Our next guest originally wanted to be a professional baseball player, but had to settle for a career in golf, and he got off to a slow start on the links. He didn't even win his first Masters. He came in second. But he didn't give up on the sport despite those early struggles. He finally won that tournament in his second try, becoming the second youngest Masters winner in history for all his success on the course. His favorite football team, the Dallas Cowboys, haven't won a Super Bowl since he was a baby. Hopefully he can keep his head up this week. Please welcome Jordan Spieth. There you go.
That's a proper
introduction right there.
That's a proper introduction.
Yeah.
We got to bring football into this.
Look at you.
Everything was fine until we bring football into this.
Wait, where's your bag?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Can you bring my golf bag over?
Wait. Are you allowed to carry your own bag?
Not anymore.
Do you? Why?
Yeah, no, I have somebody full-time for that now.
Well, I know there's a caddy, but do you ever pick up your own golf bag?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's
But
in there?
I didn't feel like I needed to right here. I didn't.
Paulie, would you bring over? No.
Thank you.
Okay, be careful. Now, that's the suitcase way of carrying.
There's 2 extra clubs for you, an extra umbrella. It's sunny out. There's a lot of unnecessary. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What is in there that would surprise me?
What would surprise you in there? Probably all the chocolate that Michael eats. It's like he's got probably some melted M&Ms in his pocket that have been there since like last summer. Like I'll go in and grab a nickel out. I use a nickel to mark my ball. I'll grab a nickel out and half of it will be covered in chocolate. I'm like, I'll be like, hey, what do you call it? Heads or tails? And one of the sides is brown from all the chocolate. He likes to snack out there. So there's an unlimited supply of snacks in this bag.
Congrats, you re-upped with AT&T.
Yeah, very excited. Yeah, we did a multi-year agreement in 2014.
Yeah.
And then just re-up now for another multi-year agreement. So I'm pumped. It's awesome.
Have you been Employee of the Month at AT&T?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I highly doubt it.
Oh, wow. That's awkward because I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. Boy, it's nice, too.
I've certainly done all I can to win that award, but I guess not enough.
Well, Tom Brady was never the Patriot of the Week.
Well, yeah, I mean, he would be every week, right?
No, he never won it.
Oh, okay.
But it was brought up like that was an issue that he didn't get to be Patriot of the Week. I would think winning, a few Super Bowls, they would give you that parking spot that says favorite Patriot.
Right,
of the week.
unless that's his way of continuing to be the underdog.
Motivated.
Right.
Yeah, we're not buying into that underdog stuff.
Well, they are, and it's working.
Yeah, I know. How painful is it to watch, though, being a Cowboy fan? Did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I watched. Yeah, it wasn't painful being a Cowboys fan. It just, unfortunately, there wasn't a ton of action going on in the game. But there were a lot of great plays made. I mean, the defensive schemes were unbelievable. Like, I mean, the most upset person at the end of that Super Bowl had to be Wade Phillips. I mean, he held the Patriots to 1 snap in the red zone the entire game.
Yeah.
And I mean, he did his job, Same with the defense. It just
how would you do in the booth?
For a football game?
Yeah.
Not well. I mean, I've learned the majority of my football from really just kind of listening to Tony this year. Tell me about how defenses work and adjust and whatnot. So
how would Romo do as a broadcaster in golf?
I think he'd do well. I think he'd do really well. I think he likes golf more than football.
But how could he predict? Because he already knows.
No, the predictions wouldn't be so accurate. But because in golf, I mean, that announcer's curse doesn't really have necessarily the same effect. It's like, I mean, the guy's probably not going to make the 20-footer. The chances were 20%. It's like, I got this feeling he's going to make this one. And
do you hear the announcer when, like, you'll have when they put the program or they put something up there and they whisper, so you can hear them on the course?
Sometimes you'll hear the radio guys that are behind the green. They hold their clipboard up and they're talking. And normally I don't hear it when it's me putting, but I can hear it when somebody else is. Like, I'm closer to where that person, and it's you don't really want to hear it. You never know, like, never know what they're saying. You just kind of want to be focused on the putt or the shot or whatever it is. But they do a good job staying away.
If you could listen to music while you played,
yeah, I do. I do at home a lot.
Okay, and what do you listen to?
I put on a variety. Like, I'll do.
What would surprise me?
What would surprise you? I'll sometimes I'm on like a classic rock kick.
Okay.
And I'll just go to, I use Spotify mainly, and I'll go to one of the radio stations of a a band or musician that I like and just play music similar to that.
Okay, but what would surprise me, like Britney Spears or like
no, I don't think I've
Celine
listened to any
Dion
Britney Spears. I don't think I've listened to Celine Dion in a while either.
Okay.
But it'll be like 40 degrees and blowing 20 in Dallas, and I'll have like Kenny Chesney radio thinking I'm on a beach.
Okay.
Sometimes, and that'll relax me a little bit. And
no shoes, no shirt, no problem.
There's exactly. There's no problem.
Yeah. Last concert you went to?
I went. Last concert I went to. It's probably been a little while. No, I went to Easton Corbin actually. That's a week and a half ago. It hasn't been a while. I was at Billy Bob's in Fort Worth. Went to the Fort Worth Rodeo and then went over and he was playing at Billy Bob's and which is a concert venue there, popular old dance hall in Fort Worth. I saw him. It was good.
You get recognized?
No, we kind of snuck in and went down and sat in the back and no, I didn't there. But
ever worn a disguise?
Yeah, I've worn a mustache before. You
can't grow one.
No, if I've tried and it doesn't, like Ricky's got his mustache and it's questionable.
It is.
No, it's and mine's another level of bad.
But so you got a fake mustache?
I had a fake mustache. Yeah, it was kind of a joke. I think I got some props at somebody's wedding. They had props and I just kept it and I put it on. And
sure.
Yeah, it worked.
Why not? What do you put down on your taxes for a job?
I put down I put down self-employed.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing.
So not like
nothing
golfer.
Crazy. Yeah.
In parentheses, anything like that?
No, I don't put down golfer.
Have you ever had a non-golfing job?
No. Never had a non-golfing job.
Why is that a round of applause?
Wire to wire.
No.
No delivering pizzas.
No, like Burger King, McDonald's drive-through, none of that.
I haven't. I feel spoiled in saying so, but my dad told me later. He said, I showed a lot of promise when I was younger in golf, and to him it was, if this is your goal and you're going to work at it, then if you're going to continue to do so and get a scholarship through golf, then you don't have to go get a job, and that was kind of the deal.
Oh, okay.
So.
You went to a baseball game with your dad when you were younger.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't we? We missed a foul pop?
Yeah, that's how my two front teeth got knocked out. Yeah, I was at we used to go to a lot of Ranger games growing up when they were really bad, so you could buy, the cheap tickets and then you could walk all the way down.
Move your way down.
And I think it was my uncle actually that was there with us, and he threw there's an area to play catch in the back. All the kids would go, and we'd bring our gloves and got caught in the light looking up. And jam, they weren't ready to come out either. It was a mess. They didn't come back in for a long time.
But you're a good baseball player, weren't you?
Yeah, but I mean, there's not much you could do when the lights are as bright as the ones on you in here right now. I mean, it's just the ball gets caught.
Yeah. You guys think this is easy.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can play Augusta, but I'm talking about look at these bright lights right here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Can't even see in here.
Could you host this show?
Absolutely not.
You couldn't.
No.
Why?
Because I have no practice in doing so.
No, you got those guys there, the Danettes, who can help.
That doesn't make it easier, does it?
No. No. But do you think you have to be a good listener, and you have to be curious about a lot of things?
Okay, yeah.
Are you a good listener?
Not really.
Yeah, but you're married.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem point, isn't it?
No, you got to be a good listener. Are you curious?
Yes.
Then
I'm curious, and I'm a sports geek.
Okay, what would you ask me?
What was your take on the Super Bowl? Were you disappointed, or do you have a different viewpoint?
I was hoping that we would see both teams play up to what they were supposed to, or we hoped they would be, because it's 2 weeks in between the conference title games and the Super Bowl, and there was a long time where it never lived up to the billing. And I was hoping the Rams would be able to play as well as they do, and the Patriots would as well, and then whoever won. But unfortunately, it was a boring game. And, the first 3 quarters, then you got a little bit of drama. I mean, if you said, look, score's tied going into the fourth quarter, everybody would sign up, except for it was 3-3 going into the fourth quarter.
Right.
Did you like Maroon 5?
I do enjoy their music. The halftime show was interesting this year.
I didn't like it. Like, I have nothing against Maroon 5, but I didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, I think they had to play around so much with, like, you don't normally see, I don't normally watch concerts, but you don't normally see a concert where the camera's just right up, squared up.
Yeah.
On, like, I'm not really sure. I wouldn't know what to do there either. Like, I probably wouldn't have taken my shirt off, but do you dance or you sing it? Like, if you just sing, you're just kind of standing still. I went, the only Super Bowl I've ever been to was the one in Phoenix where Seattle threw it instead of running it and the Patriots won. I think it was in 15, the 14 season, I'm pretty sure. And that one was the one where you had the Sharks and Katy Perry at halftime. Yeah. And being there watching that was actually an amazing performance. Like, I liked it. It was really entertaining.
But it was wacky, but it was fun. And, and I
bizarre.
liked it.
Yeah. And she, like, came in from the top and had this granite. But that was entertaining. This one, and that's the one game where you're sitting around, you want to see the commercials, you want to see the halftime show. And honestly, I could have just taken my bathroom break or food break during the game, to be honest. But hey, I mean, the scheming that Belichick did was phenomenal. And then, Tom throws just an unbelievable ball in a triple coverage to Gronk, and that's what they needed. I mean, it was.
Look at you breaking it down.
It was. Have
you met Brady?
I'm a big TB12 fan. Yeah, I'm a big Tom fan.
You played golf with him?
I have. I've actually played Augusta with him before.
Whoa! All right.
It was a neat experience.
Kind of buried the lead there. Could have come in hot.
I could have. Yeah, I was trying to stay back a little on that.
Okay,
but,
all right.
Yeah, it was great.
How many shots did you give him?
We had a 2-on-2 match, and I ended up birdieing the 18th. He had a stroke on the 18th. I hit it in there to a few feet, and he drove it up almost too close to the green and tried to hit a flop shot and left it in the bunker, made bogey. The match was tied, so I won. He made bogey, I made birdie for a 2-shot flip on the last. And you're supposed to go in at Augusta and, have lunch and hang out. And he didn't say a word to me for like an hour and a half. I mean, the most competitive. Like, I feel like I'm very, very competitive, and he is the most competitive human being I've ever met. This is like a fun round.
Does he understand that he gets in that moment and that he can't get out?
I don't think he wants to. I think he likes that. I mean,
but don't you want to joke with him and say, "Hey, TB12"?
It was when they started making their comeback on the back nine. He was talkative.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But I would, man, that's when I'd go for the kill.
Oh, I think when I hit the 3-footer, I was looking at him as I putted it. It was one of those, and I think that's probably didn't help the cause of him wanting to.
Because I would have said, "This is my dojo, Tom. Like, welcome in." Yeah. I'm Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Daniel's son. Hey, football boy, take this. What's the strangest thing you ever thought of when you're over the ball? Putt.
Like maybe it's like a what's that smell? Like Michael maybe had a rough go. Standing next to me, it blew downwind or something. No. It's like that'd probably be the weirdest thing where you're over it and you're just all of a sudden you're just like, wait a second.
But is he laughing when this happened?
No, I mean that would have been. It's somewhat hypothetical, but not really.
Okay, somewhat hypothetical.
But he, or it's somebody, or sometimes here in California, we played in Colorado, you catch a little whiff of something in the air.
Oh.
And when you're over the ball, so
a little secondhand smoke.
If it doesnn't relax you, then at least is something that's a little odd over the ball.
If you go to your bag and you grab Doritos out of there after smelling that, then we know that maybe you're affected.
Maybe it was Michael. That's why there are all these snacks in here.
Whoa.
He lives in Seattle.
How's the game?
Yeah, good. Trending. I'm
trending. What does that mean?
I like that word. It means it's moving the right direction.
Okay.
Yeah, it means results are coming. Not forcing them into it. Just I had an off year last year, and then I had some time to work on some things and now I've got a good stretch of 3 weeks in a row starting here. I've played well here historically, so ideally continue that. And then, everything revolves around trying to peak for the Masters first, the 4 majors. So
I'm waiting to run into a golfer when I say, how's your game? And they go, I'm unbelievably horrible. I hate this game. I want to quit.
Talk to a non-professional. That's what most everybody will say.
Have you ever had one of those
can't really
moments
say
where
that.
you go, I forgot how to play? Or I have nightmares?
I mean, certainly I've lost sleep over stuff I'm working on where I can't figure it out at different times, different periods of time. I think anybody in their job, when they're just going through something where their job becomes harder to them than it was at some point, then you're trying to just get back on the right track.
And your own worst enemy.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, especially in golf. If you're not thinking about the right things or being focused over the ball, then you're in some trouble.
Yeah,
So,
the last thing you want to do is think,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Ideally, you've put all the pieces in place. It's just reactive. You actually make golf athletic if you're not thinking. You just react to the shot that's needed.
It's great to see you. During
Too.
the commercial break, will you give a tip, the one tip that you would give to every amateur?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And no one will ever ask you for that one tip and all the pro-ams that you play. You just, I will send the video to you. You just pull out your phone and just say, watch this.
Perfect.
I told everybody on the Dan Patrick Show.
Perfect.
We'll continue with Jordan Spieth on the live look-in. If you're watching on Audience Channel 239 DirecTV, the NBC Sports Network, the one tip that Jordan Spieth tells every amateur to make them good, average.
Just a tip.
Okay. Wow, that's great tune-in factor. Okay, I don't know if it was worth waiting through the commercial break, but Jordan promised that he would give a tip. I don't know if it's a good tip or not, but this is the one thing every amateur should know or ask you about.
They need to hit more club into greens. So what'll happen, what I see a lot, is somebody will hit a 7-iron on the range, and it'll go 180 yards. And they just assume they're going to hit the 7-iron 180 yards every time they hit it. And they'll get on the course, they'll have 180 yards, and they pull a 7-iron, and they come up short of the green. And they're wondering, because your contact's not as consistent as, say, ours is. Therefore, when you hit it off the heel, toe, thin, fat, whatever it is, it knocks 10 to 15 yards off the ball. So if you just hit more clubs, swing a little easier, you probably have a better chance of better contact. I've never seen an amateur flush one out of pin and go over the green in my life. I've never seen it happen, unless it were a jumper or something.
Always
like that.
short.
Always short or good. Short or good.
You're never going to see one of these 4 amateurs flush one over this screen.
Well, there you go. So the other thing is this. So for us, whenever you see us working on the range, we're almost always working on the same thing. Something in your basics have gotten off. Something in your setup. Posture, ball position, alignment. If you have those checked down, typically we start to figure out the rest of what's
How banged up are your hands?
Yeah, they're pretty banged up.
Good God, it's golf.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been trying to trend the right way, so I've been grinding a little bit. And I'm bleeding here.
Wait a minute, show the. If I said pick the sport that hand is involved in.
Yeah, this got cut open in here somehow.
Well, there's some grip pressure issues here, aren't there?
I know I got kind of a little bit of a weird grip, and it just makes these calluses. And if I got rid of the calluses, they would just blister up.
I think there's offensive linemen in the NFL who have better hands than
I don't know. Instead of it being calluses, their knuckles are normally actually turn sideways. Mine are fine.
Well, if you were picking the golfer out of this group, just based on looks, if this is a pro-am and you get to pick.
Based on looks.
So Fritzy, McLovin, Pauly, or Seton.
Seton was just hitting balls. I think he should probably continue to hit them. He had a little warm up.
Oh, so he would be your guy?
Yeah, no, not based on necessarily your original tactic.
He's the only one so far that you've seen hit a ball.
I've already seen him hit a ball.
So he would be your guy.
I can help.
That would be the wise choice. Seton would be the guy on your team.
I don't know.
Because it's not that he's any good. It's just these guys aren't good at all.
So he wouldn't select me.
No, my God, no.
Smart.
I don't know. I feel like Andrew's done well so far while we're here. Paulie hits it straight every time.
Short and straight.
Yeah, well.
All right, here's
We'll
pressure.
just take more club.
No, here's pressure. All right. before I let Jordan go win a tournament, camera's on you. Jordan's going to just watch this. The approach shot on 18 at Pebble.
Ooh.
You got to get up.
Remember, there's
And
water
down.
left.
Brady just put one up on the green.
Brady's up there. Now,
Brady's
you got
element.
water on the left on 18 at Pebble.
Good for McLovin's
And now, I
face.
want you to broadcast this now. So what do you?
Okay. Nice.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Get up.
Yeah.
Get-
All right.
Oh, nice bounce too, right next to the hole.
Well done.
Pick wisely. That's what it's all about. Pick the right partner.
I think you flew the green, Seton. I think you did.
about that?
Oh, that's
back right to
that's
the-
8 feet below the hole. That's nice.
It's still a
That's
4
tour.
putt for me though. So,
It may be, but at least it looks good.
Yeah.
You got applause on one of them. That's good.
yeah.
Thanks, bud.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Guys, yeah. Enjoy talking with you guys.
great.
My,
Appreciate it,
my swing's a little steep.
I see that. But
Yeah.
it's also wet turf. You know.
Oh, is
Give
that what
yourself
it
some
is?
Credit. Yeah. Give yourself some credit.
No.
And we're gonna
It's-
shoot one little bit.
You guys hit any of those up there?
Last year,
We did, but not very often.
And we did it off the air.
But
it's the thing about it takes 30
we
seconds.
were.
You could listen. Sure, it's nothing.
Yeah, it went a little bit steep. It's good action though.
Straight.
Yeah. Straight.
Yeah, I
That's
got
most important. Everyone wants to hit it further. It's like,
Yeah, but
man, I just want to hit it straighter.
I do.
Right.
But is steep
Yep.
moving or steep?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, it is?
Just too down on
okay.
it. It's too choppy.
Yeah.
But you want to chop it when it's so wet. Like I'm doing the same thing here on the course. It's like when the grass is this kind of spongy, you feel like you're gonna hit it fat, so you just try and hit even more down on it, and it doesn't make it any better.
What, you're trying to compress it even more?
You're almost trying to shallow it out. Like come in
Oh, okay.
off this type of grass, it's easier when it's really, like no one wants to hit it fat when it's wet out, and you feel like you have a better chance of hitting it fat, so you go steeper. Versus if the club can just get down here and just stay right here and be shallower, it's actually easier to strike it better.
One of the
No one wants to do it. It's like the opposite of what you feel like doing.
But also the weird thing when you tell people swinging, you want to swing through, like people swing down the line.
yeah,
But aren't you guys changing your swing angles now? Doesn't it feel like it's more, like I
Yeah.
see guys who are practicing to get, through here, like instead of going down the line.
right. I think it depends on what shot you're trying to hit, but we're always, hips are clearing before you even strike it, and everything just kind of follows along. Whatever you can use your big muscles on. You don't want to use your hands as much. Hands just kind of either hold to work the ball to the right or close a little bit, like you were talking about, to hit a draw.
But can you get more power?
Yeah.
How would you get more power?
I would load more into this side, so I would create this angle of my back. When I take it back, instead of being here, I would make it here, and then I have more force that goes into it. But I mean, that's something we're always trying to work on with me.
But you see
Not
these
for
new
power,
guys,
but-
like Champ gets out here and
I
you.
mean, when he recoils, he's like here. Like he's got all this force. He's so effective and efficient in his swing. He also hits down on it, which is unusual. If he hit up on it, he'd hit it further.
oh my God.
But he wouldn't have the same control for him, just because that's the way he swings.
Faldo said last year that he thought that we had kind of topped out on how far you could hit the golf ball.
With equipment, yes. But like everybody can get more efficient, a little bit more efficient.
But would you swing differently if you were coming up now? If it was 10 years ago, 15
That's a good
years
question.
ago.
Probably not. If anything, I would have added a little bit more of that into it, but I still try to all the time. It's really hard to do when you have this kind of, because if I were to do it with like this 9-iron and I tried to hit it really far, likelihood is I would hit it fat right now, just because I'm not used to being that far back and underneath.
Yeah.
But it would take me, after I hit one fat, the next one wouldn't be, and I'd hit it further.
Well-
But like I wouldn't trust that on the course.
How do you explain Bubba to somebody who doesn't know golf?
As a golfer,
His swing.
yeah.
I wasn't going to say his personality.
No, he's. I love the way that he plays, because he's essentially just being an artist.
It's all feel.
It's all feel. He's an artist, and he'll work whatever he wants for whatever the hole entails. I love that. Like, I'm jealous of that. Like, it's
But
awesome.
the angle, though,
It's bizarre.
You can't teach that.
He can no. It's bizarre that he's able to step up and hit a driver that curves 25 yards right to left, and then the next shot he can hit a 7-iron that curves that much right to left, or left to right, and be that like effective and be able to do it to that nth degree. Like, for us, it's so much easier if you just tell me, hey, I'm gonna hit a 10-yard draw 100 times in a row, and then just hit a fade. I just barely have to adjust. Like, he's doing massive adjustments on every shot, and it's working well for him. He's able to do them. It's bizarre.
well, the shot at Augusta,
Yeah, the hook. Yeah.
you're just going, who does that?
Yeah, I mean, that one. It's a good example. It's like we can all hit that shot if it were flipped around at right-hander to hit a hook with a wedge there.
Yeah.
But like, he's used to playing that shot, so he knows how much exactly to hook it. When we have to hook a pitching wedge or whatever he hit 9-iron that much, it's like, I mean, I maybe do that once a week when a tree's in my way and I have to.
But under pressure to do it too at Augusta, and you're going, yeah, sure, I'll just
flip it over,
manipulate here.
Yeah, exactly. It's special. He's got unbelievable hands.
Do you hate talking golf?
No. No.
If I said
Go on.
that you could talk anything.
Yeah, I'd talk other sports though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I wonder, because I always get that people go,
Talking about Mavs trade and how we're.
I was,
how good that was. Yeah, I mean, that's.
Doncic
awesome.
looks great.
I think Hardaway Jr. is underrated.
Yeah.
He's a good grab too.
Yeah.
Luka's been awesome.
You
Yeah,
just-
no, I'd yeah.
But Porzingis better be healthy because
Yeah, I think. I mean, you guys would know better
He
than me,
is.
but he is
been
healthy and
cleared.
could play, but he's just been overprotective,
yeah.
which is.
Well, I don't think he
which is
wanted
great.
to play for the Knicks.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I think that was part of it. But, I give Cuban credit. He's been asking about Porzingis for a couple of years. He wanted him. And then I think he realized what he had with Doncic. So now I got Nowitzki and Nash kind of recreated here.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's, he took a chance. And the Knicks always screw things up. So even if they've got draft picks and all of that. So would you rather the Cowboys won or the Mavs won?
I'd rather have a Super Bowl. I was a senior in high school when the Mavs won the championship, so I've got one recently.
Oh, okay.
Like, that was prime. Like, that's a perfect time to win a championship, is you're like a senior in high school.
Can you imagine if you're a kid in Massachusetts, and let's say you're 15?
Have you seen the kid that goes around with the banner? There's a kid, he's got one, he was like...
So you got all the
12
championships?
years, 8 banners, and then you see the same, and then you see these pictures side by side. There's like 6 of them or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like 16 years old now.
He doesn't know
14 banners or something.
Yeah.
They update. Yeah.
Yeah, like if they don't lose in a 2-year span, I mean, it's a slump. Like, we're never going to win again. Can you imagine growing up like that? All right, I know you got stuff to do here.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.